Hey everybody, this is T.J.Cates with Nashville Entertainment Weekly. I'm with.
Hi everybody, this is Jill Santibanez, and look who we have today.
Les Durrant with ChristianBeats.us radio.
We want to thank our location sponsor today, Holly Inn Vanderbilt.
Very nice.
Right in front of the Commodore, guys, in Nashville.
The Commodore is very popular. This hotel is very popular. Right across from the park tonight. If you're going to stay, this is the place.
It's wonderful, and Les actually came all the way from previously from Texas, but now in Arkansas.
Yes, we were in Lubbock, Texas, and I started doing Christian radio there. And then my contract was ended at the radio station, but I wanted to continue with the music, and I enjoyed working with the artists, and so I started the radio station on April 6th, which is my birthday. And
then you telling us that so we've marked it on the calendar?
Yes. No,
everybody watching, be sure to send a card.
But actually, but after a while, God said, you know what, you got to get out of Texas. We just didn't know what, but my cousin is from Searcy. He left his laptop at my house. He's an electrician, so he came down there and was working. And, he said, well, instead of us mailing it, let's bring it, to Searcy. And we loved it there. We loved the rent. It's just beautiful. Everybody's nice, but we have done so much work. I've been able to do 3 baptisms in the church.
Wow.
And, it's just been awesome. And we just hooked it up. And, I'm just so very thankful for y'all.
Of course.
Because the very first song was by Tiffany Thomas, or Thomas Sisters. I
They're
See You.
awesome.
They just released a new song last week. I shared it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
We just recorded a new song.
And I'm just so excited about that. And then we got hooked up there. It was just awesome. But if it wasn't for y'all, then I'm not gonna do this. Then I don't know what I would have done because.
Well, you're so great, and you've interviewed our artists before, which we really appreciate. Not only on this current radio station, but the last radio station you were at. You've done so much for us personally, so I'm glad that when you started the radio station, we could help you with the social media, promoting it, and then you still interview our artists, so we really appreciate that too.
Yeah, and I want to thank you too for helping us to set up the websites and all of that, and the social media. I would not have known how to do that, but you got that taken care of just like that. It was awesome.
Yeah, and it's great to network. So you've been talking to a lot of other radio stations, it's great to ask people, well, how do you do? How are you so great?
Yeah.
And now you're at that level,
That's fantastic. Yes, and then I've got my gospel program director. She started her own station too, so that was just amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, so we've done pretty well with that, and I think you had talked about maybe interviewing Sophie Noel again. So,
yeah. If you don't mind, we have so many artists, and we really appreciate you taking the time. And even your daughter and your wife, they're a part of your radio station.
Yes.
Shout out to them. They're here in Nashville with you.
Yes, I'm just so happy
Beautiful
for
ladies
that.
behind the scenes.
And then, oh my goodness, we are going to Atlanta for the International Singer-Songwriters Association. We're finalists for Station of the Year.
Congratulations.
Exciting.
Yeah.
You have a really good reputation. You gained it really fast, and then you're reliable.
Thank you.
The music world, being reliable and doing what you say you're going to do makes a huge difference.
It does.
I think that's what we hear the feedback from you.
Great, and we love that too. And I still talk to some of the artists. Ron Russell. I talk to him just about every day.
Good guy.
Oh yeah, he's great.
And, he'll come on, and when I go on the air, I tell everybody on Facebook that we're on. And people start popping up. I can see their names.
Yeah.
And Ron always says hi. And then he had a song called "The Journey," and that's the name of it.
Oh wow!
Right.
Sweet.
So that's wonderful. And first of all, I want to thank Heavenly Father for taking care of us too. He's given us the equipment on loan, and then just knowing the power of prayer, the power of doing what we're supposed to do, and things just start falling in line.
Well, he puts the right people together.
Exactly. He puts people in front of us for a reason.
And he puts the wrong people in there just to give you a little test.
That's right.
And he puts stumbling blocks just to check your faith.
Yes.
And then he puts the right people together so we know we're doing it right.
Yes. And I want to tell you just really quickly about the power of prayer. You're in Lubbock, and we first of all we're members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and we got sealed in the temple in Dallas. We drove to Lubbock, and then we were coming back. We were going to Searcy, so we got in Cisco, Texas.
Okay.
We're in the Jeep, and I'm putting my foot on the pedal, and it's just going, and it's like, oh no, that's this transaxle oil, heating up. Oh no. So we weren't able to go anywhere, and we were 200 miles from Lubbock, but another 300 miles from Searcy. So we pulled over. My wife said, "Hey, let's say a prayer." And I'm telling you this right now. I started the car.
Oh wow.
The light did not come on again.
Oh,
Still has not come on again. We drove another 300 miles.
The power of prayer, the power of Jeeps, and Lubbock, Texas.
Yes.
And Searcy,
Buddy
Arkansas,
Holly.
which my dad, and my dad spent so much time in Searcy, Arkansas.
Yeah.
He's been raised. So,
We
and
talked about that too, I think.
And we did, and my parents met in Paragould, and Mark and John Grisham, they were both born and raised in Jonesboro.
Thank you for that,
Yeah.
by the way. Thank
That was
you.
great.
They have a big in the Mid-South. My parents were going back and forth a week ago taking care of my sister's house in Arkansas while they're out of town, and they would cross Mississippi, cut across Memphis into Arkansas. You can do it in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So we crossed 3 states.
And that was the idea. One of the reasons why
It's all connected.
One of the reasons why we moved back here too was because we were closer to Nashville to meet the
Not
artists.
too bad.
We loved the weather, and then the rent there is perfect. So
Nice.
it's great.
So what are your plans this year? I know you're going to Atlanta, you're going to win, and when you come back, and if you don't, you still got a pretty good acknowledgement. But what's your plans with growing the company?
So what we're going to do is I want to continue to interview more artists, but now I've got artists coming to the house, which is nice. So, and then also I've got a little mini recording studio for demos. I'm going to start working on that as well. And then my wife, we're starting a tamale company, so.
That's fun.
Yeah, and so then we're going to be going to different affairs and events, so we'll be
Good for
going
you guys.
remote from there.
Yeah.
But, I've got this artist named Chance Gray that I recorded, and he's awesome. He's from Floral, Texas, which is about 45 miles from Searcy. He's still in high school, getting ready to graduate, and he came in, we'll get into those coincidental things. I was working at the El Slide and doing karaoke shows, and he came into the studio and said, hey, do you record something? Yeah, so I got him 2 songs on, and it was CD Baby and a website set up. So
That's
yeah, I
exciting.
love doing that. Yeah. So I got a degree from Southland College in Texas. So.
Nice,
And then you're getting
and
used
you're
it.
a veteran.
Yes.
I just want to say thank you for your service.
He is very welcome, and thank you for you too, because I love meeting the artists. It's and just talking to y'all too. Y'all are genuine, and I like sending artists your way as well, because that's just something that is very special.
Well, the good people have to work together.
Yes.
Right.
I know y'all are good people.
Well, let's tell everybody where they can find you, where they can connect with you.
Yes. Okay, so you can find us on Facebook, which is ChristianBeats.us, and you can also go to our station, which is www.ChristianBeats.us.
This is great. I love connecting with you. We really appreciate you, and thank you so much again for your service. Here's a presentation, everybody. We're going to talk about this.
So, this right here is a very special disc. Now, you think that, maybe it's a platinum or something like that, it's probably 10 or something. But actually, what this is a record press. When they press records, and I got this back in the 80s, and I always had it got a big hole on it. I stuck it on the wall. I never knew what I was going to do. So, from a record company in Los Angeles. So, we have a friend of ours that was in love with. She's a framer. I said, hey, could you?
You did a great job.
Yes.
Oh,
Could you
yes.
And it
frame
matches your shirt. Is that pretty clean?
Yes. So we said, hey, can you frame this? And she did, and it's awesome. But here's what I want y'all to do. I'm very thankful for you. And you backed us, so I want you to sign back.
Of course, we would love to. That's amazing. And you and Claudette and Haley, you all have had an amazing journey. Yeah. You all have had an amazing journey, and we just appreciate everything you guys do and just being friends of yours. So thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. And I've got a question for y'all, because I know that y'all have met some big stars as well. Have you ever been starstruck by any of the interviews that you've done?
I get excited about people that I've seen, like Steven Tyler with Errol Smith and Mac Davis I've known 70s and 80s, and people have grown up for 20 or 30 years, and I get to get them. Ray Liotta, I was really excited about meeting him and talking to him. And some people, they're usually there to promote something, and if they really don't want to be interviewed, I don't bother them. But I don't get starstruck, but it's almost surreal when you like Kathy Lee Gifford. She's so sweet and so well, and a big Christian, I think, for an interview. Thank you so much for professing your faith with your amazing news crew. So I don't know about getting starstruck. I know Jill doesn't, but we get a little excited, and it's usually California or Memphis. It's two different getting excited about people.
And we get, whenever I'm interviewing people too, I'm always asking them, where you go to record. They're like, oh, we're going to Nashville. Of course.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's that Nashville word again.
We're excited to meet you guys.
Yes, exactly. And we want to come and more often and kind of just see what about the industry and all that too.
Yes.
So, but so thank you all so much.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. So wonderful meeting you and your beautiful
so
wife
much.
and
You
daughter.
start it first, already knowing your
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And you're not going to be able to read it, so.
That's okay.
That's
I'll
fine.
find the whole
Yes.
And everybody also, besides his wonderful website, besides Live 365, and he's also on Twitter and Instagram.
Yes.
So you definitely have a voice there. You post about when your show is going to be airing,
Yes.
so people can tune in. So if everybody can follow him there as well, that would be great. Because he's doing so many amazing things. He's bringing you artist guys, which your internet, so he reaches everybody worldwide.
Yes.
So it's worth tuning in. It's worth submitting your music, so you can actually have a chance to not only get interviewed, but also be in rotation on his radio show.
Yeah, and and the thing is too that it sort of validates us because I was 9 years old and my mom took me to a radio station when I was a kid, and then I always wanted to be a DJ and everything. So I started collecting mixes and I DJed a little bit. But sometimes when I'm in the studio, it's just me, and I'm thinking, am I just messing around with a bunch of wires and mixers? But I've had people tell me that no, you change lives. I'm like, really? And that's beyond anything I can even do. And I talked to a friend of mine in Lubbock, and she's a cancer victim, and she's had cancer 3 times, and she's terminal. But I got to see her when she was when we were down in Lubbock a few weeks ago, and I just gave her a hug and said, hey, you know what, I love you, and thank you for listening, because
you never know who you're going to reach, and when you're on our side of the camera, our side, your side of the microphone, you know it is Melissa. And the cool thing about social media, which what you're doing is really smart. Someone right here in 5 or 10 years will be
yeah. Yeah.
Y'all, this has been T.J.Cates with Nashville Independent Weekly, El Music Row. We're at the Holly Inn Vanderbilt, right at 440, and West End's a great place to be.
This is nice. Thank you, too.
Yes.
We do our CMA events right here. So.
That's right, Jill Santibanez and the Hawk.
And I'm Les Durrant, ChristianBeats.us, and my wife Claudette is over here, and Haley too. And,
yes, thank you, everybody.
Very, very thankful for my family.
We appreciate you guys, and thank you
so much. And it's gonna get big.